You are live.
Okay. Well, we'll give everybody a chance to come in. Just kind of keep an eye on the chat there, queuing. I'd like it to be interactive as much as is reasonable. Maybe not as much as is possible, but as much as is reasonable. So I really don't know how many people are going to join. So I don't know. So all right. Live stream time.
Chip says love you.
What's up, what's up? I'm gonna just kind of let it run for just a second, give people a chance to come on. So here's what I'm thinking. If you're at home and you're like, dude, I do not have mats, how am I supposed to practice jujitsu? Here's what I got envisioned in my brain. You're gonna throw old Uncle bmac up on the old television with your Chromecast or your Apple TV or whatever it is. And you're gonna lay out a blanket on the living room floor. And then we're gonna stretch for a little while. I always get a ton of questions about like, people think, I guess, that I'm naturally flexible, but I'm definitely not. So I'm just gonna show you guys some of the stretches that I like to do and like the ways I like to move, just to keep my body mobile and, keep myself feeling good so I can train and be able to move through all the motions that I feel like are necessary to play the game that I play. So yeah, I'll sit down and stretch with you guys for a little bit, and then I think I'll probably show some really simple things that you can do with a partner who doesn't know jujitsu. So like, there's a lot of you that are at home and you're like, I can't study jujitsu. I don't have a partner that knows jujitsu. You definitely can't roll, right? Or not, unless you're trying to mess your wife up and stuff. Do your thing. But I'm talking about, there are some techniques, there's tons and tons of techniques that you can get better at just with a partner who really has no experience, and you can kind of coach them, and I'll kind of help coach you guys through that for a little bit too. So listen, I don't know what this is going to look like. I don't know. So.
$5 super chat.
Oh, wah, 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 super chat. Don't send no food over here. Don't send no food. No food. Whatever you were gonna send in food, send in super chat instead. We got, what's the crowd looking like?
32 people.
Okay, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. What's up, everybody? We'll give it maybe like 3-5 more minutes, something like that. Let's talk to the folks. We got any
James
comments?
Cole said, what's up?
What's J. Cole?
Blue Dragon Dojo, what's up?
That's Rob Rooney. That's my guy over there in Southampton.
Ben Lang.
What up, man?
Ironclad Wrestling says you're handsome as ever.
That must be one of the Voltrons.
Voltron.
So, if at any point you guys have questions, like I said earlier, I know not everybody's been here for the whole thing, but I want this thing to be interactive. So if you got questions or anything like that, please feel free to chime in. Ooh, I'm gonna leave my socks on actually.
They're pretty fun.
Yeah. Thank you, Nakaya. That was really nice of you to say. So, oh yeah, let me go get a sip of this Monster Energy drink right here. You guys feel free to ask questions. Anything you need, like, try to help.
Talk to the people, Nakaya.
Well, hello, people. It's Kaya J here. I hope y'all doing safe out there. Staying away from this COVID-19. That's all I got.
Wise,
You know what?
wise words.
Now would be a good time. To plug Nakaya. See, Nakaya has her own little hustle going. She's a strength and conditioning coach. She could do some at-home workouts for real. She could really hook you guys up with something that you could do to help your jujitsu. But hold on one second. I'm gonna get my drink.
Back to me. Actually, I am working on a free product for you guys. It's going to be an at-home strength and conditioning program. So be on the lookout. If you're not following me on Instagram, check me out at kaya.j. And I'll release that tomorrow. So check it out.
Right on. I had to go get my Monster Energy drink right here. I need a little caffeine. I think I should sip that over there without spilling it.
Yep.
You
40
think I'm
people.
too stupid.
40 people.
40?
Yep. And they want some workouts.
All right, we're ready. 40 is a good number. That's more than I was expecting. That's great. Ooh, I gotta sit in a little closer. Just
I got you.
take care of it, Coach. Appreciate that. Okay, so this is gonna seem ridiculous, but this is how I open my stretching every time. So I like the right big toe over the left big toe, and I'm just trying to ease myself down, heel to butt right there. I want the toes flat on the ground, and then I want to start thinking about my posture from here. So I'm thinking about full breaths, open chest, hands are here, shoulders come up, roll back, and then drop. And then I'm gonna start working my neck right here. So we're just gonna go ear to shoulder. I don't have a ton of mobility here. I actually have a plate in my neck. So let's switch sides now. This side's real tough for me. Back to the center, let's look over the shoulder. And you don't have to think about like static stretching. You can kind of move through your range while you're over here. In fact, that's what I really recommend. It's not about being mobile in one spot. It's about being able to move through your range of motion. So now let's go to the other side. Start moving through your range with your neck head, up and down. Back to the center. And let's go back with our hands. So nice firm posture. And if you want, you can take your hands like this and place them under your chin. Don't push hard, but just give yourself a little stability there so that your head doesn't sink back down. And we're going to stretch the neck. All right, that's good. Come back down slow. I have to be really slow when I'm stretching my neck. Now we're going to go chin to chest, not down with our, so I'm not going to let my back around when I do it. I'm going to try to keep my back straight. I'm going to try to go down, chin to chest. And now I can kind of let my head hang and relax and start to let my posture relax as I start to let my head move through the range of motion. Start taking deep breaths and then start moving a little bit. Now let's go up. Roll the shoulders back and then drop them and arch. Oh, that one. That's a good one there. All right, so let's go wrists underneath your hips here. So like this. And just kind of move your shoulders around. You can bring your wrist higher up if if you have the flexibility for it. I have terrible flexibility through my shoulders. How are your knees feeling from sitting like this? How about your ankles? Yeah. I start to get fatigued on this after a while.
Yeah.
So I have to, that's kind of when I know I'm done with stretching up here is when my knees start to go, all right, it's time to move. So we're about to make that play. Any questions? Everybody doing okay?
William said he's 2 hours deep into St. Patty's Day, but he appreciates what you're doing, and he'll be sure to give this a go tomorrow.
All right, so everybody have a seat. Let's go. Legs out. Oh man, I have to come out there and jump slow. Got this old man knee. It's actually feeling pretty good right now. All right, let's go. Let's go out wide. So start kind of mild like this. All right. Just don't push it just yet. Try to keep your toes pointed up and try to keep your knees from bending. I don't want this. I definitely don't want, most of you guys can't do that. Some of you are going to be flexible enough to do that. Toes are going to go in. I want your toes up. I want your legs relaxed. So not pushing just yet. Relax, comfortable. Take your right hand, put it in the front, knuckles on the floor. Left hand, put it in the back, knuckles on the floor, and you're going to pick your butt up and just move forward like 3 inches. And then let's settle in right here. So elbows are on my knees, and I'm just moving through my range right here. The main thing for me when I'm stretching is I want to try to relax all around the stretch. So if I'm turned this way, for instance, and I'm stretched here, I don't want any tension during the stretch, even though there's a lot of tension through that one part. Everything else should fall around it, right? So sometimes it might feel comfortable to just kind of prop yourself up right here and just kind of chill with it. There's no reason to try to push into a stretch too early, or ever, really. Just chill, right? And move through your ranges. Where you put your arm is going to change your stretch. So like, if your arm goes here, that changes your stretch. If your arm goes here, that changes your stretch. Over here changes again. Well, if I put this one on the other side, that's a whole different thing environment. So, being able to move in all these positions is important. Switch over to this other side. This is a really important stretch for my hair, for sure. This straddle stretch. Very good. So now let's go back and forth through the range. When you're doing this stretch too, if you're somebody that has like knee issues, this is a good time to kind of warm your knees up and stuff like that. So I'll just rub my kneecaps like that. All right, we're gonna move forward now with the stretch. So right hand on the ground, left hand on the ground, butt up, and move. This time I want you to move forward until you find some real tension. So for me, I'm gonna have to go a couple of times right there. All right, now I got some real tension. All right. Now we're gonna try to settle into it. So hands on the ground first. I can open my elbows. Push. Forearms to the ground now. Back in this way. Let's go butterfly stretch now. Alright, so a lot of you guys are going to be here with your butterfly stretch. I'd come in cold now and just throw it to the ground, right? but I started here with the butterfly stretch. That's fine. What I want you to focus on is getting your heels to your butt, not your legs down. So the focus should be to try to pull these in tight first. And then I can start to work on getting this to the ground and relaxing there. If your feet start to slip out like this on the floor that you're on, that's what happens at my house is my feet will slide out like that if I, like this what used to happen when I have tension. So I started to grab my feet like this and I'd pull them out to the outside and hold. And then eventually you just get to where you kind of go down all the way and it's no problem. Right? If you've already got pretty good flexibility, so like I can just come in and go straight to the ground like that, then I want you to take hands on each side and just start to lean. And the key again is that you got to really, really, really relax everything else around that muscle. So this stretch right here, you have to let your kneecaps, like think about relax your kneecaps, relax your face. And I kind of move through that range right there. Now down towards the middle. And eventually I want you to settle in if you can, all the way down. Up, move through, push out the other side right there. That's a good hip opener, man. That's awesome stretch. All right, I want to do this one for just a second. We're going to go into our baby squat here. If you can't, that's okay. Let's just work on it, right? So if you're having to keep your toes on the ground for right now, that's okay. Or if you can't even do this, that's all right. You can just kind of lean in with your elbows on your knees right here. Not a problem. Let's do this baby squat right here, heels on the ground, okay? I want you to stay upright as much as you can. This, for me, this really like makes me want to lean forward just the way that my hips are, I guess. So, you know, try not to lean too much, but it's okay if you do, man. Just don't get yourself in a position where you can get hurt. And now I want you to put your right hand on your left ankle and your left hand here on your knee. You can kind of stretch and open yourself. Switch on the other side a little bit. I have to be a little more careful with this side. I don't want to do any tension right now on that. And then just kind of kick back. All right. Let's do it right here, actually. So I'm going to kind of rock back. The butterfly stretch and then this are my number one stretches. Just learning to relax and rock and move right here. This is my whole open guard. So just practicing while I'm stretching and building my mobility. I'm thinking about keeping my hip off the ground. Thinking about keeping my knees close. Think about keeping my shoulders off the ground, staying in this ball. Come back, relax. And when I go all the way back, I don't put weight on my head. That's really important to note, that I'm not rolling backwards and like smashing my neck into the ground. I'm keeping my head off the ground, my shoulders. Actually, my shoulders are kind of off the ground too. It's just really that part of my spine. I don't know how much you guys can see that, but right? There's a lot of core work going on when you do this. So you have to kind of build up your jiu-jitsu core. You can come in with a strong core for other stuff, but to play the guard the way that we do is it's a different type of core strength, right? So now you can start to warm those knees up, start to move a little bit. So you'll see people that do this. This is fine. This warms your knees up. But if you'll take your hip off the ground when you do this, then you'll get a little motion out of your hips too. You feel how when the hip is on the ground, it's a different thing. When the hip is off the ground, now you're working the core. Oh, that's hard, dude. That's hard. I don't want to do that. I like hard stuff. But it's a good way to move your body and get opened up. All right, let's get twisted one more time over this direction. So however you feel comfortable with your legs now, but I want to start twisting this direction with my body. So right hand comes on the other side of my left knee. And I'll just start reaching back and try to sit as tall as I can as I turn. And then once I get turned, I try to drop and relax as I push through. But don't push hard. Just find your spot, settle in and be comfortable. So be careful when you're back. You don't want to, I shouldn't use the word push. I'm not a yoga teacher, you know what I'm saying? Sit to the other side. I'm just a man out here trying to survive the Rona. Don't quote me on this. I'm trying to make the Rona catch on, but nobody else thinks it's funny but me.
I've seen the Rona catching on.
Oh yeah? Okay.
The Rona man dressed up as Superman, but he was the Rona man,
Okay.
just covered in toilet paper, wet wipes, and like Lysol and sprays,
Oh, God bless him.
ready to save
God bless the
people.
Rona, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate the Rona. Hey, can I have some more of that monster right over there? Hold, please. All right, let's, is there anything I can do to help here? Anybody got any stretching questions? I guess that's a thing. I guess there are stretching questions.
Joe said that's how old people squat when they smoke cigarettes. Kai Johnson.
Not where I'm from.
Kai Johnson plugged your triangle series.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Let me tell you guys about that. So, if you want, I made my triangle course completely free until the end of the day on March 31st. So it's like 14 more days, but it's completely free, no charge whatsoever. But you have to follow the link in the triangle compilation YouTube video, right? So I posted it all over my Facebook and stuff. It's actually the link that's in my Instagram bio right now. But if you'll follow that, in the description of that video, the YouTube video, in the description of it, the link at the very bottom will give you the triangle course for free. But you got to go through that YouTube video to get to it. So, enjoy. Enjoy. And I appreciate that, Kyle, by the way.
William donated $10.
Oh, shoot, thank you.
Carlos wants to see your triangle from Mount, which is how the triangle module got plugged.
I'll do that for him in a little bit. That's going to be hard. That's not something that you're going to be able to do on your significant other. I'm trying to think of things to show. I will show that to you, but that won't be part of the training part here.
Any stretches for weak knees?
Oh, bro, I'm the guy for weak knees. Number one, do not stretch your knees. Don't push your knees. Okay, so like, here you go. This scares me. I'm for sure the dude that's going to spill something on my own mat. I don't like this. Pulling on this foot like this, ever. I never want to do this. Anytime that my foot starts to come closer to my body than my knee is, I'm in real danger of tearing the LCL or injuring the LCL out here on the outside of the knee. That's the LCL there. So when you have an injury in the truck or the rubber guard or something like that, or mostly those two are the ones I think of. Oh, no, sorry, the honey hole entry, the reverse entry to leg locks to the honey hole from butterfly guard where you kind of go up and the guy crushes your weight down. The one where Gordon tore his knee. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do this with your leg. I'm trying to run over you. Go back where you were.
No, don't worry about it.
Inconsiderate. Anyway, yeah, don't do this. Anytime that I want to stretch like this and think about knee flexibility, this is my one. So So look how I bring the hip much closer than the foot, or for the knee much closer than the foot. That transfers the stretch. Instead of it being now, I'm pulling on a lever to the knee. Right here, the foot is the lever to the knee. So when I pull that, I pull the ligament here. No good. But when I pull here, that's the lever to the hip. And that hip, that's muscle. That's a 360-degree joint. You know, it's ball and socket. It's made to move this way. Right? This is only made to go this way. It's no good to pull that way. Don't stretch your knees. That's my best tip for me, stretching. And get good flexibility through your quads. I think that's really important right there. That seated stretch.
Any idea if your April seminars are going to be going on in Lombard?
Man, I don't know yet. Everything's on hold right now, you know. I'm not canceling anything until, you know, we get a little closer. But, I mean, as we get closer and things need to get canceled, I will. I'm not opposed to canceling things. I just don't want to jump the gun, you know what I mean? Because this thing, who knows? I know everybody's talking about it's going to last forever, but maybe that's not true. Because I hear people that say it's going to be fine.
Heel hook stretches.
Don't. Like heel hooks. What do you mean heel hook stretches? No, that's the same question I just said. Don't do it. Stop. We don't want to stretch our ligaments. We want to stretch our muscles. Hold on, I got the coronavirus. All right, we're good.
Okay, he said it was a joke.
Oh, God. Thank God. I didn't know what to tell you. Just don't. What else we got?
That's all the questions.
How many people we got right now? 9?
40.
40?
43.
43? Thanks, guys. All right, so let's do this. I think this is fun. I want you to go to mount right here. So we're trying to think of things that you can do with your significant other. So we're just going to work on this knee elbow escape over here primarily. Okay, so first things first, I want to think about my hand positioning in the mount. So go ahead and sit up just a little bit. What I want to have is this arm here as a stick against her hip. So if she tried to come forward with her hip, she would be blocked here like this. Okay, so you guys can kind of try that. I'm not really reaching for her though, so I'm not coming off the ground to go find her. I'm laying back, my feet are on the ground, and my elbow is going to be here, right? Just touching here. The other hand is going to lay across the hip. So the emphasis is not this. I'm not pushing her hip to try to move her. The elbow is here. And so as she approaches and goes to wrap the head, right here, now my legs, look, I'm going to move off to the outside just a little bit, and I'm going to slide my hip like towards the frame that I just made. As I do that, I'll flatten my leg and put this elbow on the inside. And so this is kind of our survival position here, right? I'm using this elbow as a frame also. So we're here on the bottom. 1, this leg is flat so that she can't put her foot in here and lift, yes, and she puts the hook back in, that's no good. So once I'm over onto my side, I make sure that she can't slide under there again, and I keep my leg flat. You see how I move my hip away? I don't have to make a big shrink. It's ridiculous. Stay pressured. When I get my spot, I just move a little bit, and I drop myself to the inside space. And now, because I have this frame over here on the other side, she can't come forward. Like if she tried to turn the corner, like even if I turn, here, sit up a little bit, I'm gonna exaggerate. Even if I turned way and left my arm behind, like don't do it this way, right? But even if you did, try to turn the corner right there, if I just keep my elbow in her hip, she can't turn the corner. And so, as I move over here, I wanna keep that, but I don't wanna push her, because the moment I start to push her, she can slip around the corner, all right? So, let's look at how to get to this survival position. Then I want you guys to try it a couple of times. All right, so this hand is gonna fold under, across the waist. The right hand can touch, right? So, but I just relax the fingers. I'm not pushing, I'm not gripping. If you wanted to grip the gi or something right there, you could do that. But it's really not necessary. If you wanted to grab the belt, you know, I guess you could do that. Maybe going inside the belt right there might make sense. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up because I don't do that. But my right elbow now is going to be here. I'm not pushing, not leading with my elbow. How you see that even? Not pushing with my elbow. I'm just relaxed, only relaxed. My left elbow wants to be on the inside here. And so if I could have that, I'll take it. But prevent me from having it so easily. I can't quite fit. So I'll take it when I move myself out to the outside. And now I'm in position. She's going to try to give a little bit of a crossface. So if you're the significant other that's training right now, this is your opportunity to really give it to your partner for always being gone for Jiu Jitsu class. So now Nikaya is going to play the role of the cranky wife because you left so much. And she's going to drive her. Yeah, go ahead, Nikaya. Go ahead and give it the sauce. Tell them how you're doing it.
So I'm taking my shoulder.
I can't talk. You raise up snakes and they bite you, you know. All right, go ahead.
Just instruct me. Joe.
Give it to them. Tell the wives how to do it. How to smash it.
All right, this is what you do. You take your shoulder and you just drive it into his neck right here.
Where? In the throat or in the face?
Right
Oh,
here.
that's really bad if you do it that way. That's a really unkind way to do it. She slid underneath my jawbone there. So, yeah. If you're on bottom, you don't want that to happen. So, stay shrugged. Oh, man, stay shrugged up. Right there. All right. So, that's good. Jump up. So, I want you guys to just get to that survival position. Make sure that you've got your right elbow in play right now. Make sure you got your left elbow in the spot that I want, which is down inside the knee. And then you're off onto your side, left leg flat into the floor. Everybody kind of just get there a couple of times, kind of chill for maybe like 90 seconds or so, and then check back in. I'll move to the next position. Corona. I was trying to figure out why the clock was counting up. But now I understand. How's the battery life doing over there?
No idea.
Perfect. Hope this bad boy don't get cut too short. I was sitting at like 7 to 9 or 80% when we started, so probably okay. Any questions?
Nope.
All right, cool. Pretty easy. That's really subtle. That elbow and the hip is going to be a huge difference maker for you. All right, so I'm off to my side here. All right, so now this is the side we're going to look at here. So let's turn ourselves this way. Right here. That good for you?
Yep.
Okay, so let's say I've already got that. I've already got the elbow on the inside here. So that's really important to note. I don't want her knee up here. If I have this, or if I've given her this space, I'm in big trouble. Okay, so I have to work myself into a position where I can have this back. I'm short here on the inside. I'm controlling the space. So now we're going to look at how do we get back to our half guard. And we can do this, like we can learn it with finesse, and we don't have to have a real experienced partner to be able to do it. Okay? Top person, I want you to lean all your weight onto this leg here. So even if you have to, even if you make a really exaggerated thing to where your partner is like, oh no, that's wrong, don't do it that much. Do it that much, lean a lot, a whole bunch, right? So all her weight is there. Look, if I tried to move her knee right here, man, dude, she feels like she's a heavyweight all of a sudden. That makes no sense at all. But to kind of lean your weight to this other side here, so the other knee. Once she's done that, it's no problem. I can pick her whole leg up and just throw it around, right? So my job for the knee elbow escape is to entice her to switch her weight off to this other side. If she wants to bring her knee forward around the corner, go ahead a little bit, that will do it every time. So every time that she wants to proceed around this corner, even just a little, yeah, don't even lift it like that. Just allow yourself to turn the corner just a little bit with your body. You see, it doesn't take much. And now I can go knee, elbow escape, right underneath her. Boom. And once her knee clears, now I'm going to stretch and move my hip underneath into the half guard. And now you can play either, I wouldn't recommend getting into a flat back half here. I would go either into my deep half or my lockdown series right here. But that'll be for a different day. All right, so let's go back to the mount. All right, so I'm in my survival position, kicked off to my side. My ability to do the knee elbow escape is going to be completely predicated on, is her weight distributed on this leg or the other leg? If her weight is on this leg, be heavy here, but subtly so that they can't really tell. Right, be heavy here. I cannot make this knee elbow escape work. Now don't shift too much. Don't let them see, but shift your weight to the other side. Look how easy this becomes. So it's just being able to be sensitive to where her weight is sitting. Is it on this leg? Is it on this leg? And that allows me to feel like I'm always ahead. Because like let's say she's heavy here and she's wanting to attack something on this side, maybe like an Americana, or she just likes to cross face, or she wants to get an underhook or something like that. And if I'm trying to move here, she's way too heavy on this leg. But as I feel, stay heavy there. As I feel you change attacks, it makes that escape so easy. So once I've frustrated you over here where you wanted to be, I've laid the trap, and now that's it, it's over. All you have to do is change your mind, and I can change the position. You understand? It's good, thank you. So what I want you guys to do is grab your partner and have them mount. Get off into that survival position right there. And then play with their weight is on this knee. So they lean this way, put their weight on this leg, and try that knee elbow escape. The basic knee elbow escape, the one that we all learn as like first month white belts, right? The one that we continue to struggle with until we're way deeper into our journey to the first month white belt. But allow your partner, put that weight down on this side and try to move that knee elbow. And then feel the magic of when they shifted their weight over to this side. The leg will just fly out of the way. So I want everybody just to get on the floor and give me like 10 reps. Is that fair to ask people to do on a YouTube video for me to sit here and watch them do 10? I don't know. I don't know what's the standard.
We're setting it.
10 reps. Give me 10 reps right now. If you don't have me on your Chromecast right now, you're making a huge mistake. Zoom in on somebody else for a second. I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. Not there. There. You. There we go. Just for the record, we are closed for business. We're closed.
With less than 10.
Yeah. I wish we weren't closed, but we are closed. I just sat out 6 weeks with stem cell stuffs in my knee. And as soon as I got cleared, I came to one practice, and then they said, everybody
Corrupt.
shut your gym down forever. I'm going to have to figure out some other skill that I can do when the world ends. I'm in big trouble because I can't do any kind of man stuff. So like if we go into like Mad Max, Thunderdome kind of situation, I'm just going to be fodder. I'm going to get chewed up by like, probably like a gang of like girls and little kids are going to come and take all my stuff. Will you defend me? All right. Anybody else that wants to see? Oh, I'm counting on you. All right. I may end up counting on you. It might just be me and you when this thing's over, before this thing finishes. All right. How's everybody feeling up there, Coach?
Can she trap your right arm and go for an Ezekiel choke?
Sure.
Maybe then you can flip her, but what if she's a heavyweight?
What if she's a heavyweight? It doesn't matter. She cannot be heavy in a place where her weight is not. Right? So that she can be the heaviest person in the world, but if her weight is leaning on this side, then this leg is weightless. That's what gives it the ability to move. Right? As soon as I shift my weight to this side, this leg becomes free. It's weightless. It's easy to move. But what happens if I want to move this leg? It's impossible. No matter how much I weigh, it's too much weight. I can't move it. But look, when I shift my weight over to this side, what do you know? Magically, I'm free to move again on this side. So it doesn't matter how heavy they are. It only matters that you're connected and can feel them. You can feel. People are too hung up on what's the right move to do. And I know you can't translate this. I appreciate that you waited until I had something to say. Because I was just sitting there looking at the camera for a second. But anyway, I feel like people get too caught up on doing the right move or doing this move. It's not moves. It's movement. It's sensitivity. It's timing. Once you have a touch for those things, the moves do themselves, right? So as soon as the weight comes off of this leg and onto this one, as soon as it happens, I'm already into my offense. There's no delay between the door opening and me stepping into it. I'm not waiting on the door to open and then trying to jump through the door. I'm leaning on the door so that when the door opens, I can't miss. I'll fall into the hole with no effort. So that's the idea that I'm trying to achieve about Jiu Jitsu. So it doesn't matter if they're heavy or not. I'm not saying that doesn't make it harder to deal with them in other positions, but yeah, it's the same. Everything's the same. True in situation A, true in situation Z. That's why it's true. It's always true. Would we like to see some more stuff on defense from the bottom, maybe? Let's see. I'm willing to take questions too. I know we have some other questions. Now that the train is gone, I'm kind of done talking. So.
You can be a traveling jiu-jitsu preacher.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. If things don't work out, I'll come to your town, bring the coronavirus with me.
Favorite side control escapes.
Okay, we can work on that for sure. Can you hand me that monster, man? I'm trying to finish this thing off up in here. Sponsored. Okay. Hashtag sponsored. All right. Side control. So, Nakai, I want you to. So, you're thinking about side control escapes. If you're thinking about escaping from side control, then you've already made a big error, right? Which is getting your guard passed. So I know that's the worst answer ever, but really the best escape from side control is guard retention, making sure that you're never passed. And the reason that people get caught in side control, rewind out to a guard a little bit, just some semblance of a guard, doesn't matter either way. And now I'm gonna hold on to my guard. Look, as she starts to develop her pass more fully, and I realize I'm already getting past now. But when I was a less experienced player, no, stay into your, like, get deeper into your pass. Go for like a knee slice here. Let's do a knee slice. Yeah, we're done. Yeah, here we go. Just like that. Now pause. All your weight on, yeah, be good. Okay. So now I recognize that I'm basically past. I'm holding on to nothing but her toes back here, right? But when I was a much younger player, I would try to hold on to this and try to keep it and fight. And because I was not recognizing and accepting that the guard had already been passed, then when she did pass, I was behind and I wasn't able to recover and get the space back to get into my guard. So, rewind now. So, one of the things that I started to recognize is that as she passes is the perfect time to not let her pass, right? So as she starts to slide through, if I tried to go, there's no way I'm letting you, I'm gonna fight this, that's, the harder I squeeze her, the more she slips through my fingers. But when I accept and I build, so like let's say there's 4 elements to side control escape. If I can have 3 of those ready as she passes, so keep going, just pass. Then I can already, look, I never really get past. You see that? She made a big error right there. As she did her knee cut, not go for your knee cut. As she made her knee cut, look at that. She turned her hip. Easy to get back in, no problem. And then I can move my head away and build my game up from there. Maybe I'm thinking about coming back to my feet or getting in to some more guard heavy style attacks or something. But the best escape is that I don't escape, right? But now that I've said that, you're stuck. You wanted that to be the case, but you got past anyway, so here you go, okay? The biggest thing for me is don't get cross-faced right here. If I start getting cross-faced, man, I'll fold. I'm a baby. Back up just a little bit, rewind. Now come in and pass. So I'm not gonna let her cross-face me, rewind more to the kneecap, yeah. Come on in. So even as she passes, go all the way now. Right, and cut this space off on myself. Even as she passes, I'm trying to stop her here. So you could do it this way with a tight elbow. Don't do this, she's just gonna circle to the inside and beat you. And then she's gonna cross face you again. So stay tight on the inside here. Or, this is another one I like, is that she reaches for the cross face. I kind of put this, I like you're wearing a fake nose. You kind of make this your nose. It's a giant nose. Right there. Then this hand I'll probably keep on the inside right here. But look how my elbow is tight. I'm giving her nothing in terms of an underhook. Right? But anyway, now she starts to pass. From here, she's got her side control. She beat me. But I still have her here. And I've got a little bit of an underhook over on this side. I'm in over here. So I'm ready to go right here. From here, I could just move out and try to slide the knee to the inside. Right? But if she's got this space cut up tight, that's not going to be super easy to do. And then if she's already got the cross face, that's going to be even harder. The main mistake that people make on their side control escapes, I think, is with this frame here, stuck here, right? See how I'm wrist deep or I'm pushing with my hand? This is a big mistake because she could just use her weight, distribute your weight over against this frame, just nice and slow, don't bust my elbow, but shift your weight all the way over here. Yeah, and there's do it hard. Yeah. There's no amount of push that I'm just gonna exhaust myself. She's tiny and I'm gonna wear myself out. So it's not the wrist or the hand, it's the elbow here. Right? Not this, but this with the open angle. See this angle here? I keep it open. I don't want it down here. It's just gonna collapse me. I want to be here. And then this one, if I can get an underhook, that's awesome. But a lot of times, man, we're talking about digging out of the worst spots. You're not gonna have an underhook either. I'm gonna take this hand now, and turn it upside down, and I'm gonna be a little stronger with your neck. Don't let me move you so easily. Put your head where you feel comfortable, wherever you feel is right. There we go. But I'm gonna bridge up here. And my objective is to hang my weight on her. How's that feel in your head, Nick? Don't let me have this space now. Tighten this space up. Don't let me have it. Don't let me have that space, okay? All right, now, I want you to go ahead and beat me. Go ahead, no, beat me. And my knee's back on the inside with barely a movement. I really didn't even have to put my foot on the ground to make that shrimp. So, here and here. And a lot of times that launches me straight into my offense. You're probably not going to have a partner that you do. Go clinch part. That's great. Congratulations. Hey, what are you doing back there? That's my girl. She lets me do. Go to a clinch. That's how we found him. Clinch. Profesh. That's why they pay me the big bucks. There. All right. I feel like I'm maybe done talking right now. Are you shocked to hear that? Yeah, I know. It's hard to believe. Do you have any wisdom you want to drop on these fine folks about training at home? Hey, come here for a second, bro. This is fun. Talk about training at home. This is basically me and Lindsay. So we started together, right? We started at the same time. And we bought a mat. I can't remember, like for my birthday or something like that. And put it in so it's one of those Dolomer roll-up mats. Still got it, still using it. It's an awesome mat. But we had Eddie's books. And I remember, man, she was so much better than me at the beginning. She could learn out of those books, and I could not learn from a book. I couldn't figure it out from a book, but she would just read it and then try it and then go back and read it and try it. And I remember one night being on that mat when we first got it, and we had a copy of Mastering the Twister, and she was just ripping my head off with an arm triangle, with that impaler arm triangle out of Eddie's Mastering the System. And she was, dude, I didn't know he was going to come over here and talk trash to my people.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut this short.
But you can get some good training done at home if your partner's a willing and compliant partner. If they're not, then
It's gonna be difficult.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. That's tough times.
Some
Scap,
people's gonna get creative.
Scap, you got any Corona wisdom?
Yes, I do.
Oh no! It's another. We got another. Just extended by 2 hours.
Now, so I came across this, I was really bored because, I was in isolation today and I was really sad. And I typed in, I don't know, I thought about checking out a podcast. And I went to Apple iTunes and I typed in just grappling. So, I don't know, I miss grappling so much, man. And I found this podcast called The Grappling Discourse that blew my mind.
What?
Amazing.
What did you say it's called?
It's called The Grappling Discourse.
Wow.
I think there's 70 episodes. I didn't count them.
70, man.
But they're probably too long to listen to.
No. You could definitely, they're about 10 to 20 minutes. Like bite size is perfect. You start to feel a little lonely, you start to miss grappling. You don't want to listen to John Donner here talk for 7 hours. I don't know, man. I think it's the next big podcast.
Yeah, but Matt, aren't most of those jiu-jitsu podcasts hosted by blue belts and white belts?
No, this one is hosted by a really talented grappler.
But he's probably not a black belt.
No.
And if he is, he probably just does the gi.
No, he's actually a no-gi black belt.
Wow.
And he's unbelievable.
He definitely sucks.
No, but seriously, check out my podcast, Grappling Discourse. I just posted a new podcast today. It's, it's 10, 20 minutes, different topics, training philosophies, workout philosophies, goal philosophies, a bunch of different stuff. Check it out.
Where are your socks? Says Rob.
Oh, he got caught sockless.
Rob?
All right, we're out of here. I love y'all. Thank you.